yo, raga spice. Oh yo, Mama say you cry. Question and answer. See me through, yeah. They say them walk alright. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. May I pray tell them the story. Story. We make Salomon. They know they work now the country bend. Tribalism don't put we go behind. They know they work then they talk say they spend. Them go come we go run after them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. Country banana the country it dry. Country tranga it at so smile. Then they put whip and cry. They say them walk alike. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Oh yo, raga spice. Oh yo, Mama say you cry. Question and answer. See me through, yeah. They say them walk alright. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge.
Family, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever on a day. And we are welcome to this exclusive collaboration between Salon TV Live 1 and We Are TV. Today again, we will continue with serialization of the topic Sierra Leone decides June 24, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, as soon as the journey will begin share far and wide, the conversation, the hub of the conversation, Nayaso, the conversation continue. And the program today will get APC people, APC stalwarts, APC strongmen. Already in the studio, we get Dr. Richard Conteh where they with we. We also expect the Honorable Alhaji Ibrahim Kemoh Sesay for January anytime soon. We also expect Dr. Ambassador Almami Petito Koma for January anytime soon. And we also expect retired Major Alfred Paolo Konteh for January anytime soon. So the conversation is going to be intense. It's going to be short and sharp. So as always, as soon as the gentlemen like the program, we follow the program, and we also share. This particular program, now usual Saturday stuff, long in back to the collaboration between Salon TV Live 1 and We Are TV. Now the program, and we'll continue for serialize the topic Sierra Leone decides June 24, 2023. Today na Saturday, the 20th of May 2023. Me now na host, co-host and presenter Mohamed Kamara, popularly known as Supermed. Before I go any further, I want to hand over to my co-host for tonight, where na Baibuwe Kablai all the way from the north. Baibuwe, over to you.
Famboluna kusha and luna adu. We are don't come back today for can't talk about things where they happen. Now we own sweet yard salon. Now we own. Whoa, we left for do them bad things them. We they feel a most alone. Now we own. Whoa, we are. Family unakusha again inside this one big family house and unakaba. Well, of course, today na another day where we decide for bring una this kind program where will really be beneficial to una because we make sure for get at them big alleged there we know past me super med waiting at the screen so but their own party when na APC. Well, plenty things them they wey una dey doubt, plenty things them they where una dey talk. Because of that, we not go able for the answer all of una questions them. Except we count people that were responsible for answer them questions and they lack them big alleged there where we get today. Well, I think say most of our questions them will be answered today because we get the right people them at the right place and the right time for can answer our questions them because we not get more time again. We always tell us say the elections they now with doorsteps. And the majority, they look at the APC party for can redeem the country, outside the country they so. So because of that one day, we bring the big alleged them inside the APC for can talk to una. Till they not get back to talk now una and then people get talk. We just the help una for see how they able answer una questions them and tell una waiting for happen and give una word of hope for the election where we can face. Mina by Bure Kablai from the north.
Thank you very much, Babure Kablai from the north. And ladies and gentlemen, as you are the journey, una dey like and share, and also una dey follow, una dey see we on YouTube as well as na Facebook. And like I say, this is an exclusive collaboration between Salon TV Live 1 and We Are TV. One part we guess them already done there with you na the platform, so I go ask them for let's go say adieu to Famulem. Over to you, sir.
Bambol there, una duo, me na Dr. Richard Conteh, and I'm glad for them here today for sharing my thoughts about the party, the APC, and about the challenges that we will face going forward for trying to confront this SLPP party.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richard Conteh Famulem. Dr. Richard Conteh is already here with we, but we also expect we'll get the Honorable Alhaji Ibrahim Kemoh Sesay, Dr. Ambassador Almami Petito Koma, and retired Major Alfred Paolo Konteh. They all go there between a big stalwart at the APC party. So plenty things we want to unpack, we want to analyze, we want to talk about, we want to say one no about waiting they happen. But the political happenings in our country, as the election almost a month away, the election will only wait for all along. We'll only talk about all along the near, and we get plenty things we want to know ask about. We'll go directly to we first guess what genuine are to right now. We now Dr. Richard Conteh. Dr. Richard Conteh, quickly over to you. We see the conclusion of the nomination for the flag bearer and it don't happen. But recently we see some they scatter on social media. Some people are saying a petition, some people are saying a clarification at the Supreme Court in relation to a young presidential candidate when Dr. Samuel Matthew Wilson Kamara. And you and one person who can represent the party with PPRC, with ECSL. Maybe we want let you clarify for you, let you give you your take in what's happening in relation to una flag bearer candidate. Over to Dr. Richard, you hear me?
I hear you, yes.
Okay, over
I
to
say
you.
thank you very much. Thank you very much for this question. I want to start for state say this is not a legal issue and a day in court. A day before the Supreme Court for interpretation. And the Supreme Court, I believe, say go rule on that. We lawyers will respond. But I want to just state say the issues that they raise are not, according to we lawyers, those issues do not get legs for stand on. And therefore, with the hope, say, the Supreme Court will speedily dispense of those issues and pave the way for make the APC will continue with campaign and present a formidable challenge to the SLPP government.
Yes, Dr. Richard Conteh, for the benefit of who don't know it's not the issue, they're able to dissect what's not the issue them. Then also, we want also let you, because some people they tell we the social media say, whilst this case they go on, una presidential candidates not get right for continue for campaigning if the case kick off this no. What's your understanding in relation to that, sir?
No, that is not true. In we laws, in Sierra Leone, there is what we call presumption of innocence. And until you are proven guilty, until you are convicted in a competent court of law, the presumption is that you are innocent. So Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara remained innocent until proven guilty in a competent court of law. And so therefore, he dey continue with the campaign unhindered. In fact, tomorrow we dey go ballot for the slots for the various political parties, but especially for we own APC party for the campaigns where they start effectively on Tuesday. And we're ready for intensify with campaigns. We're ready for reach out to we people them with we message. We're ready for present an alternative to the people of Sierra Leone, and we believe, say, Dr. Samura Kamara, that alternative, we're going to lead a team of Sierra Leoneans, APCians, for redeem Sierra Leone and put Sierra Leone back on the right trajectory for sustainable growth and development.
Over to you, Brother Baibure.
All right. Welcome again, Dr. Richard Conteh. As we say, a fine way people like Una, they come for can talk to the nation because the hope of Sierra Leone, they now Una and right now as we talk. Well, not we talk, according to the people and waiting they happen at the country, the majority say na Una need for redeem the country usai with this right now. This issue what they discuss, Doctor, now a very serious issue where plenty of people that don't show concern before you they come na this family house. We dey see wetin dey go on at the APC wey don't make plenty people scared because now we dey look for the way forward. All outside the party don't come out, not to in right now, plenty people they look at. The issue of this membership where they go on, so you dey see some division inside the APC, and now we get days, me no one call a month, we get days for make we come face the election. But yet still, we dey see some members them still then at the back half. They know they come at the front line. And as we talk election, any one vote count. Waiting una don they do for bring some of them people there.
Thank you very much. I'd no say maybe they talk about the people who were disgruntled because of the outcome of the lower level elections and because of the outcome of the award of symbols. You know, one thing where we all get acknowledge that in any political dispensation, some people will always be disgruntled, some people will always feel dissatisfied, and some people will always feel, say, they get the raw end of the bargain. What's important, however, now, which side we place we party, the APC? Will they place we party above self, or will they place self above we party? If we place self above we party, then the slightest bad thing we then do to we don't become sufficient reason for make we go against the party. If we, however, place the party above we self, then sometimes we go swallow the bitter pill in the best interest of the party. So me, now an appeal I dey make to all disgruntled people. Now an appeal me dey make to all APCians we feel dejected, we feel disappointed, we feel betrayed, we feel say they don't deprive them of the desire for serve the party in the various positions them where we all aspire for. I want to say power comes from God. And God know waiting best for we at any particular time. So if for whatever reason at this time, God not allow for make them give you waiting you want, just wait on God and say, God, do ya? Maybe not to this road, not to this path you will make a take. Maybe not to me time this. God, give me the courage for endure it all. And so that when my own time come, make I able to get the opportunity for serving people there. And I believe, say, if we put we party above we own self, I believe so we'll all go accept the situation where they and work together. I don't always state that for saying now only a united APC na in go guarantee victory for the APC, and I go ensure say APC come back for redeem with Sierra Leone. When you look at 5 years of SLPP, when you look at the suffering where they don't bring on with people. Yesterday, we be privileged for attend a meeting with the International Monetary Fund. I've been privileged for our company.
Sorry, Famula. It look like say the internet don't hold Dr. Richard Conteh. Hopefully, you can join me back soon. As this particular discussion, we not only expect Dr. Richard Conteh, we also expect Honorable Alhaji Ibrahim Kemoh Sesay for January anytime soon. Also, Dr. Ambassador Almami Petito Koma for January any other time soon. We also expect retired Major Alfred Paolo Konteh for January anytime soon. Until I know say from Sierra Leone, the internet connections can always be very, very challenging. So there on a patience we will continue for share and like the program. We'll get plenty things them we'll get for unpack. You know, plenty questions them. As the brother they say earlier on, brother by Bure, we'll not go. Yeah, okay, Dr. Richard Conteh is coming back. Yeah, over to you, sir. I think you'll be there on the legs.
Yeah, sorry. I said yesterday I've been privileged for accompany the leader to a meeting with the International Monetary Fund. And the day we get for find out from the IMF, say as of now what they talk so, Sierra Leone don't lose 2/3 of your value, billion.
Wow.
They say inflation don't go over 40%, actually 47% at the inflation rate of our country. Then they say the debt over GDP don't exceed 100%. When you look at their figures there, you find out say we country they in a very, very bad state. They also go further for states say, and if I can read from the press release, they say Sierra Leone's economic challenges have intensified with multiple external shocks and less than warranted macroeconomic policies. While growth in 2022 is estimated at 3.6% in line with projections at the time of the review, the soaring cost of living has worsened within our country. They say we get weak program performance, which means the agreements we they reach under the extended credit facility, they're not able to comply with them. So their performance is very weak, you know. And they say this does result in delay, even for when they can't do this their sixth review.
Fambulem, Dr. Richard Conteh Pampas, very important message.
The need for fiscal and monetary policies for rescue this country, you know, and then go further for talk about the need for make the country take steps for do a number of things, and they agree on 7 things where they say the country need for do. The need for tighten the macroeconomic policies, for reduce inflation, and arrest the depreciation of the leone. You see, even the IMF don't say the rate at which their price and they go up is too bad. The rate at which this leone they halaki is too bad. They say the government need for take steps. And you know, the reason why they decide for me to the APC, that because they find out say now only APC able to redeem this country. Other they don't lost faith in them. And when we don't make a presentation led by Dr. Samura Kamara, the people then make a comment say they're really impressed with the quality of the team Dr. Samura gets. They say the government will take steps for increase domestic revenue so that they go deal with the revenue to GDP ratio, we currently they very, very low. They say we for reduce expenditures. You know, government they spend money per areas where not a priority. So government for reduce expenditure. This fly, for example, they take huge amount of money. The wage bill, I don't tell you now on this forum, for say when will be the left power, the wage bill will be about 660 billion per month. Now the wage bill, they chase 400 billion and they not get the kind of revenue for Marsham. They say government for take steps for control these expenditures, whilst at the same time also trying to protect priority spending, priority projects, where they're in the best, the bread and butter issues. They say the government for improve debt management, for make them able to reduce the rising debt vulnerabilities. Hey, government, they don't trust it, they don't hit the ceiling. Which means with debt sustainability ratio, it don't become so bad. It don't become critical now. Where we being left this government, without ratio day, it be okay. We be still get scope for even borrow more. Now we cannot. And the domestic borrowing, they don't abuse them to extent where the economy is a near collapse. They say the need for strengthened external resilience, including rebuilding foreign exchange reserves, where government will be left, APC, will be left money, where there been 6 months, money where for we imports into this country, we've been get money for able to sustain this country for up to 6 months of imports. Most countries just they manage 2 to 3 months. We'll be left over 6 months in reserves. We'll be also left cash over $500 million, where the governor of the Bank of Sierra Leone be report that Patrick Konteh. All that day, he don't know. Now they say government need for build on those reserves. And they don't, the reason why they call me again, and they call it to Samura, because they believe, say, now only the APC government under Dr. Samura will get the experience in economic management, will able review this country. And luckily, Dr. Samura been go with me, he go with Kaifala Mara, when somebody will don't be finance minister, don't be bank governor, we understand the issues. We don't be trade minister, Mr. don't be minister of finance. So we be understand the issues and we'll be able to articulate the issues very well. The people are very impressed. They say the government need for strengthen the governance framework as a basis for improved business environment. Basically, they acknowledge, say, the business environment is not very favorable. And when you look at the Finance Act, where they don't pass of 2023, where they forced through Parliament, I mean, how you go say any business, whether they make profit or not, 3% of the turnover, government they take up.
Dr. Richard Konteh, before you go further,
the private sector.
Dr. Konteh, I just want to interject quickly now. I want to let Famula know, say, you dey talk about a meeting where the IMF or some international finance body and Coluna. But that same meeting, they also call the government for meeting. Maybe we need for first for people that just join me. Dr. Konteh talk about a very, very important issue meeting and go pa.
You know, say, under normal circumstances, the IMF not they deal with the opposition. Under normal circumstances, the IMF they only deal with the government of the day. But this time, they felt it necessary for deal with the opposition because of the importance where they attach to the opposition and because of the credibility where they see in the opposition. They say government need for improve upon the governance framework. They need for ensure say the private sector for become the engine for economic growth and prosperity. The trend where they take at the moment is not good for this country. And lastly, they say the government for safeguard financial stability and strengthen financial sector regulation and supervision. The whole thing just scatter. You know, Nigeria began everything scatter. You know, things they in a mess at the moment, and this need for be reversed. So we go and engage with them. We make we own. We agree broadly with them for say, yes, these things need to be done. And we, as APC, Dr. Samora tell us, say, these things are all captured in the manifesto because we believe, say, fixing the economy, it is at the center of Dr. Samora Kamara in manifesto, at the center of his program. Because until we fix the economy, we're not going to fix all the other aspects that we need to be fixed. So these are some of the things we are priorities for Dr. Samora Kamara in government. And these are the things that we want to make the public understand. For say, this SLPP government not mean well for this country. And if you add on to that, the fact say that they right now lay the foundation for chaos in Sierra Leone. Then go to Abuja. Then go attack with APC people there on the day where they do nomination. Then throw acid pan there, then beat them. After that, they arrest them back, go lock in a cell. Then go to Kenema, we aspirant for member of parliament, just because he put banner of Samora Kamara in front of the house, then go there, they want burn the house, they want beat him. A few weeks ago, when I heard about Moisia, just because he put Samora Kamara in banner in front of the house, then go there for go beat him. Then beat him. Lady got for run away, right? That lady there in exile. Now, yesterday, Nakabala, they almost burned down the APC party office. I'm not going to talk about all the burnings and tearing and destruction of the APC campaign paraphernalia all over this country. All that here, they just lay the foundations for chaos. And when you set that against the fact, say, the ECSL, we're supposed to be a neutral, fair, objective body, they also take deliberate steps for ensuring they disadvantage the APC. It's very serious.
Dr.
Look at the
Konteh,
ID cards.
Before they come in, that party we reach so, that ECSL, because they represent the party na ECSL. The Unabidone asked the ECSL when release the disaggregated voter registration. Now the election almost a month away. What did the law say in terms of that particular disaggregated voter registration? They release one or not release one. What did the law say?
The laws of Sierra Leone get a lot of lacunas. There are different areas where it's not very clear. So it not give a fixed time. But international best practice, they dictate, say, these disaggregated voter registration figures, we for don't receive them months before the elections. Because the party need that information there for aid with planning. What if 1 week to election or the day or election day, then go begin all man go check for a name no day? When we know say already during the verification process, during the time we play to go pick their cards, we see a lot of anomalies. Mm-hmm. Whose assurance will get for say all of those anomalies have been addressed? So in fact, the one for surprise we take we unawares at the last minute. You know, right? Why they not forgive you those things if they sure say those things then they in order and those things not get problem? Why they not for allow we for make we audit the voters register? Already we don't get issues with the voters register. They have to acknowledge in the press release for said they see duplications. I mean, they see omissions. They see a lot of anomalies with the cards in a number of cases. So if these things then continue for exist, and when you know say the presidential election are first past the post, you can win by 1 vote, especially in a runoff, then it means every vote matter. Every vote counts. So if 2,000 plus people not able to see their face, if 2,000 plus people get mismatched information on their voter cards, if hundreds or if not millions of people there not able to identify their faces on those cards, it's very, very serious. With people there uneducated, they can go now for go vote, they tell person not to you, then driver. And these types of issues can undermine the entire credibility of the process. So we are concerned as a party, and we want for make sure say they deal with that. We also not even know how they intend to announce the results. In 2018, we see how infallibly they announce results every 20. In the case, they say 25%, the next day 50%, next day 75%, then they say 100%. Although it ended up for being 103%. How we go be sure say they're not going to repeat that same way where they do at that end, and we lead to the type of outcome we make up till today. As I talk now today, ECSL not publish yet the disaggregated results of the presidential elections for 2018. They just give you total figures. How they arrive at those figures up till today, they're not published on their website. How we as a party would then ensure say this not happen again in 2023. So these are all some of the concerns where we get as a party, and tomorrow the National Advisory Committee don't mandate me for go to the PPLC and for go present these concerns. We don't write to NEC. ECSL repeatedly, they already reply we in writing. They know they address with concerns in writing. Tomorrow, they don't give me a message where they go pass on, and that message will send a clear signal for say, this time, not to any other time, but this time, the All People's Congress Party no go allow ECSL for rig re-elections. If we people there vote for we, the votes for count, and the will of the people for reign supreme.
All right, doctor. We tell you plenty thank you for this light way you don't give to people. That side the people they don't understand. But I reverse back, Usai, you just don't give an apology to members them inside the APC. We feel aggrieved of the outcome of the flag bearership business will go up in McKinney before they come ECSL, because ECSL we did it first. Me and Supermed, we get for round at ECSL. We get a lot of questions them concerning ECSL because ECSL don't do things the way everybody don't see, where people in the raise concern of. But I just want to reverse you a little bit as you don't give an apology. I think saying that the right thing don't do so. You talk one word, we're very important. Anything alive where God don't say, Yana you area. Anyhow you go, you come now area. But if God said they're not to your area, forget about they. You get for accept that fact they. When I very clear points down the way you make for him. But in a case, them, most of them are now members them. The election not far again. Una still beg them for come on board. And the people themselves need them for come on board because their number counts in the election. But in the case that they not come, una succeed this Barcelona deeper. Don't then decide for come. How una go welcome the people are in the party again?
APC na one word. APC na a family. Bad bush not ever get for day for throw bad picking. Even the SLPP, we're not there against anybody in the SLPP. We'll not go do any blanket attack on members of the SLPP. They are Sierra Leoneans and then get rights and privileges as Sierra Leoneans. You know, so we as a party, we're ready for embrace everybody, and we ask everybody, let's come together. The division of the last 5 years not helpful for the country. Sierra Leone need to be united, and if we want to rebuild Sierra Leone, we need everybody on board. So they also make an appeal to the SLPP people them for say, una come in the APC, you will find solace. APC na Kumra party. Ready for receive everybody. If you party SLPP, you're not happy with what they happen to the country. If you're not happy with the way in which places they go, if you're not happy with the way in which people that they suffer in the country, and you want positive change, come. The APC ready for embrace you. If you don't want to join APC at all, just vote for APC. If you believe, say, based upon the track record, APC got a track record of delivery, a track record of unity, a track record of development. Come vote for the APC and join we for bring about a positive change. We get in the APC a core of people them, we get the experience, we get the resilience, we get the wherewithal for moving this country forward. They don't demonstrate them before, and they can do them again. And we get a leader, we get a track record of delivery also in this country, a track record of performance where they lead this team for for redeem this country and give back hope to people there. Now we message to all Sierra Leoneans. When I come on board and bring APC back to power under the leadership of Samuel Martin Wilson Kamara, so together we can make Sierra Leone the country who we all be proud of again.
All right, Doctor. Thanks for that. And again, I tell you, say we for enter inside ECSL. ECSL are the body where they for look the election and get for tell we who that win and who that lost. But very shortly, we see a slogan where Kiatekabio, the campaign would say 5 more years back. And he gets a lot of posters them with this slogan. At the same time, we see pictures them where come from ECSL, where they say can do the same. Sorry, what they say from NEC. Where come for do this ECSL, sorry. Where they can do the same thing where Kiatekabio do, meaning 5 more years back. They come and do their pictures there, and Kiatekabio in picture, they at the back of the wall, where they take them photos there. Plenty Sierra Leoneans they raise concern, say, but wait till they go on. If people where they conduct election, they do them kind there, this don't make we don't scared. And we see where some big allege them inside ECSL pull an audio what we play on this channel, we get for tell we say, then no say the international community wants change. But then go show we Sierra Leoneans they see, then they blow the issue. After, then they hand over to the security. What's on that concern of this whole thing where they go on?
The video when I talk about is unfortunate. And I believe say right for make the commissioners they indulge in any action we're open to unfortunate interpretations. And I believe say that pose where they pose in front of Bio in picture and raise their hands where they suggest 5 more years is unfortunate. Whether or not that may be their intention, I don't know. But I think say that picture where they present, and I believe say it inspire confidence. And I think say it's unfortunate they not be supposed to do that. Bio on your own part, of course, anybody in the contest election for most talk say they win. So me, I not get any problem if Bio say 1 more 5 years. I mean, I'm right. They make it a contest. So you want another 5 years. Now, wishful thinking. But we, as Sierra Leoneans, for be able, like how they do in America, where people they look at Trump. Trump, we want 5 years back. But the Americans then come together and say, no, this man not deserve another 4 years. We get for change him. The same thing don't happen in other countries that the sub-region, where people they go and say, no, you not deserve a second term, then they stop him. So I believe, say, the people of Sierra Leone for come out in their numbers, for make them tell President Bio and in government at the ballot box for say, you not perform well, you fail the exam, and so they give you NR, never return. It gets a habit for go and come. But this time we forget NR. When they give you NR from any school, you know they ever come back to that school day. And so we forgive President Bio this time, NR, for say never return to the governance of Sierra Leone, because the performance of the SLPP over the last 5 years is abysmal. Even the illiterate people, even the poor people in the village, and I believe say enough is enough. People deserve better.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Richard Conteh. And family they watch we return a plenty thank you. Una comments them all, una suggestion them, una discussion them. They're all welcome on the platform them. Una they watch a special collaboration as always between Salon TV Live 1 and We Are TV. Plenty of Nadena YouTube and then Facebook where they watch this program live. We expect for get some of the other guests them back for can join Dr. Richard Conteh when all the APC people them, the Honorable Alaji Ibrahim Kemoh Sesay, Ambassador Dr. Almami Petito Koma, Richard Paolo Konteh, all for can join we, but probably then get some challenges and internet connection challenges. So hopefully when them amend them, we'll be able to play and the platform and you exactly from them again. But as always, Una they keep the conversation going. Me and Una, we all Sierra Leoneans, and wherever we find we safe, we get a critical responsibility for make sure say we build we country for we safe. American man no get for can build with country. German man no get for can build with country. Nigerian man no get for can build with country. Now we the Sierra Leoneans and self. So for elect a government, we get the competency, we get the wherewithal, we get the dedication, the experience, the expertise, the good planning for moving country forward. That year on a for take serious and focus part. And that make them program they are so there for all year from the people them what they expect say tomorrow now them people are get for lead we Lord you go to their own vision going forward. And on that regard, Dr. Richard Conteh, would they see the SLPP, the current President Madabio and team, the NEPA campaign all about now the country. Meanwhile, the APC will not see much campaign. Some of the APC party members and supporters them and people who they like for promote democracy na Sierra Leone, they're worried. They're sweating the gun. Why make the APC party will not see the campaign at all? As compared to the kind of campaign where they see the president and in party, the campaign all about the country. What's on to respond to that, sir?
Well, in the first place, what did they really happen with the SLPP and campaigns now abuse sources for give themselves due advantage. I hope say we also aware say that we just don't do a redenomination of the Leon. They print new money. Usually when they print new money, therefore withdraw the old money from circulation and replace it with new money. But two things happen. The first thing is that the governor of the central bank tell you say you know how much money they print and one container money loss. How that money they lost, who said that money they only God knows. Now then people here, they go about and they shape this. The old money where they're supposed for don't collect and go bond. Now they see the banks then they give out this money. Then they give out the old one, then they give out the new one. And as if that's not bad enough, they don't also get a policy where in Sierra Leone, you free for use any currency as a legal tender. Not to only the Leone now, you can use as a legal tender. So they get free money where they don't get very dubious means. And at this moment,
But before you continue, you say now in a salon now, all other currency can be legal tender. I mean, you can use the dollar as a legal tender, the pounds as a legal tender. Is that the case?
You can use Leone, you can use dollar, you can use pound sterling as you wish. Before now, the law be say where you charge fees or whatever, you for only the denominator in Leones. Now no, you can use any currency for charge person. Like person can pay you rent, you can say me your rent I'm pay in dollar. First thing it'll be a crime for say person for pay you rent in dollars if you charge in Leones. But all of these steps they help for weaken the Leone. Because the Leone cannot compete against the dollar. So then people are then, and then you see the security forces. Then they misuse and abuse them. Then they move them all over the place so that they're not able there for do the work where they're meant for do. You know, and we get a whole situation of state capture. So therefore, the semblance out there now that people there, I mean, look to what happened at McKinney. Then they come for Cambridgeberry. Then they decide for block traffic, make people together. And then they send drone up for take picture. As if for suggest say people come out for car receiver. No lie. They block people there. So that people can park Wusai in the car for car reach the berry for get the impression. Say it's popular. No lie. When they go inside, they force the paramount chiefs, every paramount chief come with 500 people. Paramount chiefs they obey the government of the day. They're afraid, but not take their staff. Then they come out. Solomon Kongosa, Solomon Bizabodi, what they say, President they can, then they can. Then they establish pictures, give the semblance of where they call. And of course, again, our people are poor and vulnerable. Then they come out, then they go around every constituency, they give them 10 bikes, every person they give them, every journalist, Would I really say that they pass shape money to bloggers, to radio stations, to editors of newspapers? Poke of money, they pass shape. Then they give any disgruntled person, they get 20 when they make party. They pass shape money where they go print. They pass shape money where they get from the money where they recycle. Free money, then they pass shape. They buy bikes, they buy cars for people that they give them. And when people are hard up, they need for survive. You get your family for each for the next day. You dey go take, but that not necessarily means say deep inside their minds, those people have become SLP. That's survival tactics, you know. So these are the unfortunate way they happen. But APC, they intervene strategically. 24 hours now a very long time in politics. Tomorrow we dey go ballot. We dey get with days where we know say this one now, the law don't allow we say now we dey. Nobody will tell you again say I need police clearance. Nobody will send policemen again for go scatter away because now any side where APC then go for go hold meeting, even inside with party office they go scatter. Any side where they say APC man that they when they call them they go block now. Even possibly they come up patrol if they return nine country they block her. They begin fire tear gas panel.
All right, family members, them. The internet don't hold doctor that side, eh? We do hope for get them back.
And now,
All right, go ahead.
and now
Sir.
hold me a day.
Go ahead, sir.
You know, they stop the APC from campaigning. They don't allow the APC for able reach out and campaign. But when we ballot tomorrow and we get we own days, we go free for go into each of these districts and we go engage with the people who go send with teams to all these districts, to all these constituencies, engage with the people for make people that see reason why they for reinforce their view, where they definitely get for say this country need a change. And we glad that the international community said they come observe the process, for monitor the process, and for sending observers to ensure say the right thing happen. And I believe say appeal to the security forces. I made them know say their loyalty not to the constitution, not to an individual. And then get a responsibility for protect the constitution. And then they ask them for me them ensure say they not obey any unlawful orders. Because if they obey unlawful orders, then the law therefore hold them accountable, therefore hold them responsible. Make them all as members of the security forces know say then get a responsibility for protect every Sierra Leonean. And may they help therefore for ensure say there's a level playing field. There's security for everybody. May them give Dr. Samura the security where he entitled to as a flag bearer of the opposition. Not a privilege, not a right, where they don't refuse them, just because they continue for abuse with basic fundamental rights and privileges. But we appeal to every Sierra Leonean where they in any office we get for do with ensuring that we get peace in our country, ensuring that we get free and fair elections, ensuring that we get a secure and peaceful environment for say, do your job in the best interest of Sierra Leone. If you allow yourself for be misled, if you allow yourself for go obey unlawful orders, well, you get yourself for blame. You know, we'll come later on and say, not to me, that send me. No. You get a responsibility for think for yourself and take a decision for yourself. And no say, if this is an unlawful order, say, sorry, sir. The law not allow me for do this, sir. Yes, I know the boss trusts. But if you not do that, you go do the wrong thing, at the appropriate time, the day of reckoning shall come, and you will pay for that.
All right, doctor. You talk of observers them for this particular election. Another concern where people them they raise because we don't they see now the South, the way how people they don't disgone against this particular government when a matter be in government. But plenty tenant day when time for election, always we know they able for yearly that kind vote number now the areas and they because always people they take us say yeah na SLPP zone, no party no they survive, but not that people know they vote for other party day. Wetin una don't put in place for this particular election where the people they hope to una for secure their votes now the areas there where the people have to say they're not the stronghold.
No, sorry, sir. I'm not a disclosed strategy on this forum. But I just want for make SLPP that know say this year, this election, we not go allow them for stuff ballots. This election will not go allow them for steal with votes. This election will not go allow them for regam. This election, the will of the people will stand. And we go resist every attempt for do otherwise. And we go use all legal and legitimate means at disposal for guarantee that.
And again, wetin una they do or put in place for the political intimidation una supporters then they go through now then side their way at the talk about so because as we they see the videos them we see what they go on the audios them everything then they face a lot of political intimidation right now then zone then they waiting una as a party one for do for secure them people are more than life concern waiting una they do for secure them.
We don't send teams to those areas. We don't send lawyers to those areas for represent them. We don't bring this to the attention of the international community, and we don't draw the attention of the PPRC and ECSL to all of these anomalies. And we will continue for do that, for make them understand, say, development of this nature, not there in the best interest of the country, not there in the best interest of peace, stability of the country, not there in the best interest of deepening democracy and good governance of the country. Made them know, say, if they allow these things for go unchecked, they can degenerate into anything. I do not believe say anybody want that. So we unfortunately they decide to take this route. There was no need for that. If they believe say they don't work, they don't need for coerce people. Like for go talk say inside Bond, inside Puja home, APC post enough for day. All man for BSLPP. Ebo, is that democracy? It's like Kailahu, APC post enough for day. Everybody in APC, when I will go born in host, when I will go stone in host, when I will go beat up. Ebo, for how long when I will dip at this? It's like yana we grow. Nobody for can. Ebo, if una don't work over a 5-year period, if we do a good job, una work for una. I remember in Eskuruma in 2012, we say you know the campaign better. Because you know say you don't work and make it work. Make the judge based upon in work what you don't do for the country, and indeed people and pay back. If he been campaign aggressively, like I see, we never did the campaign, so that be a different story. But it's a many people then decide, and indeed the people then pay back. They get a second time. So make them just allow the people. If they don't work, they don't need for worry.
All right, Richard. Sorry about that. Another very important thing where they go on. When we make a press conference, we raise our concern when we right for the voters' ID cards them. But we see a press release don't come up from the police. Usai then say they frown at that particular statement. They will use say if they're not if ECSL not answer to a question, they come out na street for do a peaceful protest for that particular election ID cards day. But now the police don't invite una say them frown at that particular statement day. So una don't see them.
We don't see the press release. It's unfortunate. It just to go for underscore the fact say this police not neutral. Every citizen gets the right for demonstrate peacefully. All they did for do that for inform the police. Whenever APC choose for take such a line of action, we go inform the police, say that we do, and we go do it. We not reach that definitive decision yet, but if we reach that definitive decision, we go out and nobody will stop we.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Richard Conteh and Madam Yvonne Akisha said on January, and very soon, Brother Shengbe Pierre go come January as he get for talk, but Mayor in 10 minutes about your manifesto for Freetonians there. And I believe say plenty people they wait for that particular segment there. But today we'll get also Dr. Richard Conteh family from Dr. Richard Conteh quite a lot about the APC party, the preparation and all waiting they go on. Dr. Richard Conteh, one thing again, people they talk about where plenty people kind of confused, where then all about the social media. Is this law where they say more like for people in the diaspora? Now they say the last law where this government puts is that you get like $500 access. Where you go past $500, then anything you go with life now, shoes or clothes, you for pay duty for them. What's you understand about that new law the way they talk about?
Now that I be the talk about the 2023 Finance Act. Now in the Finance Act, they put all of these various provisions where they kill the private sector, where they kill remittances, where they kill inflow and outflow of persons of this country, where they undermine the economy of this country. And would I make it clear to the IMF for say, we, APC, when we come to power, end of June 2023, we go revisit that Finance Act immediately because we not believe say that act they in the best interest of the people of this country.
Okay, thank you very much. Over to you, Brother Shembe Pierre.
You know they exist, but we go force on them. We believe say the people of Sierra Leone are ready for change. I mean, President Bio knows say in 1996, where in a be soldier, where he be get gone. When the people of this country they say they want elections, even when they be they shoot, the people they still go and vote.
So no amount of intimidation, no amount of threat will stop una for do what una dey do?
No amount of threats will stop the APC, will stop the people of this country from removing President Julius Maada Bio from power.
Because a lot of people get one word where they can say, Doc.
Let me finish.
Yes.
They can take all types of videos, they can make all types of threats, they can do all types of intimidations, but all now void. They will not succeed. The people of Sierra Leone know better, and the people of Sierra Leone are determined to take their own destiny into their own hands and for vote the APC back into governance, make APC come back and continue from which side we've been left on the 4th of April 2018.
So that exactly that's I want to ask you. You know, you just don't tell you say the people and determine for lay una come back na power. How determined una be?
We are equally more determined. That is why we are in the race. And the beauty with the happy is that we are united. In 2018, we began a situation wherein the one that we've been contest against Dr. Samura, plenty not be actively involved in the campaign. I make us second in the race.
All right. So the line of Olam Day. So very sorry about that.
Yeah, we are supporting Dr. Samura, we are supporting the APC, and we all the fight for a sure victory for the APC so we're going to redeem this country.
All right. Thank you. Super Mego come back to you just now. But I come to the mail quick one. Mail, Kusha and Kabo.
Kusha, good evening, everybody. I got it for the eye again.
The smart looking mail. Mayor, let me go quickly into certain things. Then we want to talk about the 5 more to do more. Hashtag transform freedom. All right, the issue of the market. Let me go now market. I want to talk about 2 issues then from the market. You be don't begin put lights then at the different markets them, and you say you want to do more. Tell me about this light business at the markets.
Okay. So now two markets, or let's start with Moretown market. We then one day, we see I find out some things that can take so long inside council. So the Moretown market one day without electricity for quite a long time. And as it happens, the cost of the electrification not being that much. So that is something we actually do as the Friends of Ivona Kisoya Nadenduam. And we do that, when was it? Maybe like a month or so before our Komotna office. And that one is very, very transformative. The other side that also you don't see like the market, now also we get the cover shades. Now Congo Talk market or Congo market, we start with the shades, because under the shades you get solar lights. Then the third one where we do, this is the model where we really hope say when we come back after the 24th of June, we go replicate, because it kill two birds with one stone. And that one day, the 25th will be Thursday at the Gona Hagan Street. Usai, as I've been only mentioned before, I'm very, very excited about this particular model. Now, my idea for take something way being used at the Aberdeen Women's Center for say, actually, waiting for bringing this into a market and waiting that to be now the biodigester. So that the machine where they take organic dirty, convert them to energy, and therefore produce light. The machine don't arrive in a Hagan Street market now. The installation they on, the team from Holland, because they get some technical specifications where they need for come and give inputs to. Then don't in that town. On Thursday, I will join them there, and by next week we expect say the lights could come on. That could be sustainable, renewable energy light. So that light day, now electricity made from waste. And that light they go to Hagan Street Market, but we also send the lights into Susan's Bay community. So if we ask about lighting up markets, now 3 different examples. One with conventional ETSA connection, one with solar lights, and then the third one using the waste to energy. And that third model, that is one way we really hope say, when we come in and we get the space to operate, we go able to bring that into more markets.
So a lot of people get interest, including Mr. Sefwe Sidonaya, on this one way then they use the waste. Now how many, waiting at the how many mega watt will there is, will they generate from that the way, because you talk about the market, they send it again inside the community.
Now 2 megawatts, if I remember correctly. But what I go do, I go make sure I check when I come offline with the technical team. And then if I need for correct, I just say, I go correct them when I come on tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So you want to do more to other markets then?
Yes, of course. And the thing with markets now, Freedom, we always get a challenge in terms of the structured markets, the one that we get building versus the one that we don't get building. Now with books, we get 42 markets as Freetown. But of that 42 markets, now only 15 they in building. The rest are open air street markets. So we get a challenge to be able to construct more markets. In my last administration, previous administration, we put out, we designed PPP arrangement for 9 of their markets. When we get building, including some we get building, we were able to improve the building. We put them out to the NPPA system or process. Then it take about 1 year, and then we put them out to bid. Unfortunately, the person will win the contract. We can face your own difficulties. This economy very, very challenging. There's a real squeeze on the private sector. And something, let's just segue a little bit and make another comment. Wait, I will finish the sentence. The person gets challenges and they'll be able to go ahead with the construction. But now let me do the segue. When you talk about a damaged economy, when you talk about the kind of things that Dr. Richard Conteh, good evening, sir. When you talk about the kind of things that Dr. Richard Conteh just mentioned in respect of the Finance Act, and prior to this really, really draconian, business stifling finance act where just don't be signed. Even prior to that, we don't already get a business climate from 2018 where we squeeze the private sector. So you will see it become more and more difficult for private sector for raise the kind of capital they need, for construct, for putting investment. You do the business model. We develop a business model as a base case. We then share them with the people that we need big for let the SFC how they go able for make the investment and then make money. But if you cost of because you know we build a market. Now Wilberforce, we as council, we start at 65,000 leons for one bag cement. Halfway through, the price don't go to over 100,000 leons for the same one bag cement. So your whole model, you know, of your returns, they be affected. So even we as council, we find ourselves in a position where we be therefore put them on hold whilst we deal with, you know, the other challenges we get generally with revenue. The revenue squeeze is huge. When we move into the city hall, as I've mentioned before, we budget for in 2020 for EDSA was 374 million. By the time I left, it was 2.15 billion. Fuel. Now we buy fuel. When I first came, we would pay 15 million a week for fuel the council sanitation vehicles. By the time I left, it was 48 million a week just for those vehicles. So imagine now from a business perspective, you objectives, you ambitions, the things that you want to do, you want to invest and then you get a return. Where you don't buy dollar at 2.3, then by the time you project is finished, sometimes dollar don't go carry. You say now today was 2.4. You know, the thing just they march on steadily. So coming back to your question, if I want to do more, yes, of course. There's a lot get for be done. But the key thing where we all need, whether you're an institution, you're not a private business, or you're not just an ordinary resident or a citizen of Salone, the thing where we all need a stable economy. We're not able to progress. We're not able to deliver privately, institutionally. We're not able to deliver without a stable economy. So we really look forward to June 24, where we go bring a government in place. We're not to play and they not to sound bites, not to easy words. For talk bread and butter, it rolls off the tongue. It's very easy for say. For do an identity young body.
I will touch on one other issue, but it go hit on the time. You know, still on the market, but then honestly, I'll keep them for tomorrow. You know, and I know so you depend boku yagba, but we pray that you get the energy and strength follow me to back tomorrow. I want to talk about nursery na the marketing, but I will keep them for tomorrow. So like always, you can get some message where you can send to your family. So with the listen, you know, because as you smile, so you make people hearts and they smile more and more. So continue and give me the message where for the June 24 election. And
The
almost
message,
my way
the
they
message.
it is fit by serious one.
Tell my breast, I gotta check out his smile. I gotta check out his smile. Okay. And my message today we've been there now because 1 to 9 we work out from Sansan Ground, like Congo Tong, go up Tengbe Town. And my message, a message of hope. We walk out through an area where they call Baghdad. I see over 300 to 400 youth them, man as well as woman. They're all there on Kush. They're all the North. I talk to them, so I talk to myself, I think to myself, say, how much of waiting I say they actually register? Then they answer me, but I'm not sure say they're present. But the message is that this get for stop. This Kush, now a pandemic, now we or epidemic, now pandemic, now we society. And yet, it not even talked about by the government of the day. We see where recently then do mental health day, big program, launch something with the WHO, Ministry of Health, Then talk all the things that really affect the mental health of Sierra Leoneans. They not mention Kush. As I say to the young people that when I talk today, their future, they at risk. In the same way where this economy is so bad, we were expecting by now they're going to get crisis cabinet meetings, for 10 solution. It will be like the top thing everybody's brain, because it really Kush they kill the youth, poverty they kill everybody. So my message today is that when we think about our future, when we look at a situation like this, where people, their lives and they be cut short, and yet eternally, then you want to make like saying that it happened. It happened and we see them all over. June 24, let we vote for the future of the youth. Let we vote for Samara Kamara. Let we vote for APC all the way, no split votes.
All right, thank you very much, Mayor, for joining me inside the program today, inside the 10 minutes with the Mayor, where we say 5 more to do more. Hashtag transform freedom. Thank you very much and get a good night. And please extend me sincere waiting. So you know now to that talk, yeah? Say we love them. So
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Singer Pierre. Good night, everybody. Good night,
good night.
Good night, Dr.
Thank you. Good night.
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Richard Conteh, I want to tell you something, yeah. This now it come up from my heart. I find out say before this term, I been they look you, they watch you, they try for see how best you they relate with people. But I find out this BNTM say whenever it comes to discussing issues about the people, you always they make yourself available. You they touch me in my heart. I feel really, really, really honored with how best you they relate to people. No matter whose question they ask you, you always did it for answer to questions that with regards the people they heart. Thank you very much, because I know say now una 4 being supposed for there, but now only you show up. It means a lot to me. Yeah, and I know say the people that means a lot, because you don't highlight certain things the way they want to know about. Thank you very much again. I appreciate this, and I just love that people them come out and talk to people them when the people really need information, and it's very important. Thank you very much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Superman, I left on again with Bible. As when I come to the end of the program, because I don't get better time again.
Absolutely. And again,
and
once
I think doctor been saying a meeting, so we need for a listener now. Quick one.
Yes, definitely. And once I plenty to the Mayor. I mean, what he talk us were very, very interesting. And again, we say appreciate Dr. Richard Conteh quite. I mean, what's not there for express the kind of we don't explain to. We have believe say plenty people when are close to over 1,000 again. When they listen all about now the world Sierra Leoneans them. I believe say they appreciate you greatly, Dr. Richard Conteh, because you don't church for some issues. And when me say not today land for me, so we can talk today. But again, as we the first for wrap up, and by way don't join back, as we the first for wrap up, Dr. Richard Conteh, we want prime waiting to be the message where the APC party go focus pa, because plenty people they talk about this bread and butter business, the economy. I mean, they say an empty bag cannot stand. And we have people they right now they're electing in our country, and then this new finance act or whatever. I mean, while you church for small ballet, you elaborate for Fambulo they watch all about now the world. Men don't understand really what this bread and butter business, how it affects people in the country. Right now as we speak.
Okay, thank you very much. Say what don't happen as alone that prices don't escalate in ways that not ever happened in the history of this country. Fear was 6,500, 7,000, the same way they take over in 2018, and at 21,500. And from all indications, before elections, the price of fuel they go up again. Me not be Minister of Trade. I know a bit about the pricing formula. I not see the own formula is. I don't know which variables they inside their formula, but I know no more say the exchange rate and the plat price are key variables. I know say the plat price they stable or they go down, but I know say the exchange rate they continue for go up and they get a very heavy weighting, and based upon that the trajectory for the price of fuel is upwards, except if they choose for subsidize, where in itself will just further deepen the hole where they don't create in the economy and the deficit where they don't create as a result of that. You know, say a bag of rice was less than 200,000. Today, a bag of rice is 700,000. The leon, the exchange rate for the leon today now 2,400 to the dollar, where at the time where the that be about 700 leons to the dollar. You know, so and when it comes to the prices, you see the price of basic things don't escalate. So therefore, when President Samura Kamara therefore take over after the 24th of June, one of the things where he say he will do immediately, therefore put together a crack team where the major task where they give that crack, because
It look like say the internet don't old Dr. Richard Conteh. And again, sir, we appreciate the internet today because sometimes they can challenge in past so, but we don't manage as we refer for wrap up the program. And we don't hear plenty thing them from Dr. Richard Conteh, where they represent the APC party, na ECSN, na PPRC, and so on and so forth. And again, we are the mayor can buttress for some of the points there. For people at the diaspora, we can visit Sierra Leone. We now pay attention for this new law where Dr. Richard Conteh be talk about. Because now the new law say, if you go salon, you access, you bagage where they go with, you close it, you sue, whatever. If you pass $500, then they charge you duty. Just imagine, so man can go in close and he pass $2,000-3,000 safe. So this is a very, very serious something where we will pay attention. Over to you, sir, Dr. Richard Conteh. Hear me?
yes. So this team where Dr. Samura get for put together, get for bring together experts for various sectors, and this team get for really sit down and see how the whole government approach to fixing the economy. Now we get for adopt, and I believe say the intention of for do it within the shortest possible time, because that is very critical for all the other programs where you get for do. President Samura Kamara, President to be Samura Kamara, also get a commitment to unify this country. He believes say this division we don't come inside this country under this government especially is not sustainable, is not there in the best interest of this country. And I've been listening to one interview where he gave to another the then and now media, and he talks say he married from Pujan. So there's no way as somebody who married to Mende will ever hold anything against Mendes. Because half of his life na Mende, in Pikinde, na team ni Mende. So how can he be above Mendes, against Mendes? So he therefore well placed for able to unify this country and bring everybody together for make we work together as one. He also gets a desire for ensure say the bread and butter issues where this country they yearn for. I mean, basic living, basic cost of living issues. He believes say they need to be addressed, And above all, Ahmed Kuna also know say President to be Samura Kamara, he don't be part of the development trajectory of this country for multiple decades. He therefore know which side this country been there, how they be fix those problems, and what need for be done for fix any problem with this government don't create. So he is going to hit the ground running. He not get for can land. And he get as part of his team, People there will also understand governance, understand the issues, understand what it need for be done, and how we get for do them. So therefore, this country could really benefit from a Samura Kamara presidency. And so it is say he will fix the economy, and he will also ensure say he make the private sector the engine for economic growth and prosperity. He don't talk multiple times. So say there is no way you can build an economy where you only rely on taxes from the port or on overtaxing the private sector. In order work, you can forget a very conducive business environment where they attract investors into this country, make them come invest their money into the system, make money inside the system, employ people inside the system, then pay taxes to government, and government will use that money there for finance in other infrastructure and related development activities. This is how government works. And at that, president to be Samara Kamara go do. And he will also think out of the box. Some measures then they way President Samara Kamara get for adopt. We don't even need money. We get enough experience for don't know the lapses where don't happen over these years a way we need for do. We not say, for example, we get for look at this whole issue of taxation. We don't believe say for increased taxes will necessarily increase revenue. No. That is not the only way for increased revenue, because when you over increase taxes, like now, when this the Finance Act, when they said, the car with anything valuable than $500 now the port. If not, if you do then you get for pay tax on the other one. Man, they fly through Guinea now and come inside the country. So we upon the girless traffic. When you say business is the whether be profit or not for pay 3%, then they close. And when they close, they kill the fall we get for lay the egg where you need for fry and eat. So you are wrecking the economy. You can allow the private sector for coming, that they will create the jobs. We cannot depend on just the government for being the only employer. Let me go all this fact. When the government is the only employer, bad. The government must not be the largest employer. The private sector that they get for be the largest employer. And they get for coming, putting their money. So we got to make sure, say, when they bring in the money, we go make the tax regime very attractive so that they go come in and invest their money. And then once they invest their money, we also get for now ensure, say, when they learn for begin they originate their procurement there locally. Now what's happening? The money, yes, they invest, but a small they kind of salon. The rest of the left hand, they wouldn't buy anything they buy from outside, but the money all kinds of salon. They would want for buy now, they ask commercial bank now or any other commercial bank, make the send LC or they send a purchase order or them transfer money for pay. So the banks themselves will benefit from these monies when they come to the system. And then we'll also make sure, say, where you they export, you for repatriate the money. Would they say alter that they ship iron ore, that they ship diamond, that they ship gold? But if how did they send out, that's where the money they come. We don't forget issues with foreign currency. But the money they come back. When they send it, put the money in accounts abroad. We have to make sure, say, we engage them and make sure, say, when they export, make the money come back inside Sierra Leone, make it feed the economy, so that we will get these foreign exchange issues. We also have to make sure, say, we take steps for ensure, say, the too much output. But again, one of the things will go immediately be solved now because APC government, we all are here with it. SLPP government, they all like they home then they are. So every week, as they thief, they change it to dollar for Senna. As they thief, change it to pounds for Senna. So there's too much pressure, too much demand for foreign currency. It will weaken the Leone. So all of these things, Dr. Samara will put together a team. We will take steps for Duam, put together a team we will help for unite this country and he go lead that drive and then try for ensure, say, we become food self-sufficient, fix the health sector, fix the education sector, fix tourism and make tourism another breadbasket for this country. Now a very virgin area we need for be developed, we go fix them, And so we believe, say, under President Samura, a lot of things could happen quickly for help to turn things around. We know I want to make we acknowledge say the damage where they don't cause is very great. Who they don't dig is very deep. For make we get out of that, it will take us time. But since we understand what it need for be done, and we get a good driver, we able to drive the material go forward, we believe say things will turn around very fast. So we people them just need for do the right thing and hand over their vehicle to an experienced driver who will drive the material safely.
Thank you very much. Over to you, Shengwe Pierre. Thank you,
Yes,
Dr. Richard
I
Conteh.
just want to tell and thank you for we taking beautiful time for joining inside the program. I not go. I don't clear like everything. We just hope for they get some engagements like this, and I just love something right now. Not to just the talk when you talk to people, them, because that's what I done the other day. I talk because I see them they send this video. They talk about some of now where they inside the APC party where basically they even frustrate the top leadership of the party, by way how una they and some of them they space some. We know they see much of una, but from the day where you lose to Samuel Kamara, we don't follow. We they see you, we they see you the role you play. You see them on top talk with Samuel Kamara. Make sure say you give them his support from that minute day. Whereas some people them not they do. That kind of thing they have been trying to express. A lot of people in the farm cost right now, but me, I just not care about anything. But one thing I love about you get one thing when I for focus and you continuously keep that ball going and focus, and you will surely reach to that point there where you go say you focus, your effort you put, you not lose them. Yeah. So just keep this kind of thing going, and we just want to tell you say we anyhow then turn we not to APC, but we not friend to the opposition, because if the opposition not get voice, democracy not exist at all. That is why when something can happen inside the APC, when in a rubbish, we can vex, we vex really na so, and we will continue for the pump una for make sure say una do thing right, and when una do thing right, we give una thumbs up. Una do thing no wrong, I'm sorry, but we come back hard because we did do this not to for APC, not to for SLPP, we did do them because of we people them. Anyhow it be, we people in at the center of everything. So I want to say this kind of zeal where you get so, this kind of spirit where you get so, I'm not the talker with any reservation, I'm not the talker with any sentiment. I just feel loved. I just feel like for say you did do the right thing right now. So we pray that God continue for give you this spirit, give una this one mind for do what una supposed to do for the people. The people need una more than any other time. Fatima, welcome.
Thank you, Sengapir. I'm sorry, audience, because I can't show my face.
It's
Don't
okay.
see my dog. Uncle Richard, I just want to give you my gratitude. From the time we met, you said, I have your schedule, and you kept to your word. And may God continue to bless you. And yeah. And then you said, Sengapir said something, but I want to reinforce that. You said to me, if Samora win democratically, I will turn around 100% and support him. And you show me that. You've been like that. So thank you. Thank you. And you did it. And Uncle Richard Singapore, I think, and maybe Supermed will know some of this. Uncle Richard, any side, me and Uncle Richard an apprentice. Uncle Richard, we go to elections to the Pujang. If I hear you something, because I know, the chair ladies or chairman, I'll call us, Uncle Richard. You don't do it, Uncle Richard. What happened? Uncle Richard, this is this. Say, don't worry. Ide Kabbalah, don't worry, Uncle Richard. Well, Uncle Richard, they can, I still don't worry. So it's at the middle of the night, I called him, he picks up the phone. I'm not talking, about the others. I don't know why they're not here, because at the last minute they said they'll
So,
be
I
here.
not cut you word, Mama Fatima. The reason why I decided to come up with this, I can me go call name because I not belongs no side. When I they talk, I know they talk because I want to please somebody. I know they talk about because Doctor sit down before me right now. You know what I mean? When me they do me program, they look face. Several times then some people and they don't put in a schedule. They know they come. And
Yes.
people need for hearing from them. Yeah, that is why sometimes and if we talk, The two, and they see this video they go on, say are very much frustrated. That's not true. Are very, very much frustrated with regards certain things them. But if we dey listen to Dr. Richard Conteh right now, it gives hope. And the hope we they get, one are they giving any people and they get. So we need that. So thank you one more time, Fatima. Not to something and we don't invite like, a lot of people in there. They need to come at all. Then go give you excuse stay to the last minute the program done. We're sad.
Yeah.
Now the leaders then this way you want.
No, and that's what I would tell you, and that's I share this with you, and anything way I receive, I share them with Uncle Richard and the rest of them. That's Arthur Pierce, and Second Pierce, with I convinced him. He says, "Okay, my sister, I will be there," and I tell Uncle Richard and other people Arthur do, and Arthur tell me, it says, this KKY. Remember, no person. He was watching him. He's a social worker, and this is what he did. This is his life. He says, if this person, I said, God know how to do something. If this person may be president, and so he will turn. I said, yes. I said, psychology always say, this is me and this is who I am. We get two people in, but you don't know. I'll be nice to Singapore, and I'll be ugly to Superman. But that's who we are. And Uncle Richard always show me. Pepito, I talk to him. He says, okay, I'll be there. And this I have no reservation. And Uncle Richard knows when I need to bash them, I bash them. And that's me. I have no reservations. I speak the truth. I am for the party and for the people. And nobody else. I have no attachment. I love all of them. But when you do something wrong, I have to come to you and let you know. And like I tell them, and Uncle Richard, the first time, we invited them, all of them, Dr. Samura, all of these people, they all came to the podium. And I told them, hope, that's what you use. I said, hope, the people will have hope. And this is what the message I sent to Paolo, Kemoh, and Petito. And I says, you disappoint the people because you have an obligation to relate to them, to let them know what is happening. And Uncle Richard just says, because people want to know. They ask me, who dear, when I bring this person come, now this person we want, and I reach out to them. And Uncle Richard, I get in schedule, even Seth and all waiting on call. I said, Uncle Richard, I don't schedule you for this. He said, okay. Just tell me no more the term. Send me the stuff. That's fine with him. And Singapore waiting say, I said, yes, I have Uncle Richard's schedule. And I made, from that day, he never changed. And Uncle Richard just said something that other people were asking for, even Med. Uncle Richard don't make it clear because people said, okay, what is the APC doing? And I says they are working. But, we just can't come. It's just like a society. You just can't come and said, okay, what you doing behind doors? You don't expose yourself. Uncle Richard just said that because people, the power of Afghanistan, need to give it chance for move. And Uncle Richard just said that. They go to the office, send police, people that want to move, go from one place to another, for go talk to the people in the outreach, they always send police. And that's why I make audios and I says, we have to go. Not to I make an audio to Mohammed Kone, they and Mara. Not to the one gang gets salon, and we all get salon. You cannot make one rule for yourself and inconvenience another person. No, it's not right. And as a human rights activist, this is my job. We cannot take that because the country go for them. And all the institutions, the way we don't build, this is our money. So that shows you these people don't care. Because if anything happens to anything, those things will be ruptured. Catastrophe fall, all them buildings they will fall. Then USA will get money. The economy in the world now, it's unstable. And one thing they forget, war does not know brother. War does not know sister. The gun don't know. You fire, you don't know whose side to go for them. So if they want fight, they don't know, say tomorrow the same gun will turn back to them. And you forget, say we all interconnected. Salon too small for we for fete. You not work, it's okay. You don't did it for 5 years, fine. Thank you, goodbye. Let other person come. That's your brother. If Dr. Samurai himself no work, fine. Dr. Samurai, thank you. Pack your bundle and go. We need other person. And this is the 21st century. We cannot take it. We cannot stand back and see our country diminishing. It's not going to happen.
Mama
Will
Fatima,
never.
I'll tell you one thing we I notice again, yeah.
Yeah.
You see, sir, I am Dr. Samura, and they listen as well.
Yes.
Listen, in as much as me no meet her one day, we not talk one day, but we can do program here. We can reference certain things them, and I tell you for real, some of the things them where we can the highlights now. I don't know if you can listen or they can send them to them, but we dey see a lot of improvement, from inside. We want for correct people. Sometimes and you don't need person wey just dey blow you on. Hey, papa, you dey try, papa, you dey try. Correct this person in bad part them, let you use them and correct things then. If this government now then thing and then be they do, then for they far by now we not the studio talk about this. Doctor, by now we not for they get chance. But because they lock the ears, and that is not leadership. Leadership now that they listen. He run in the mate as well. He be they do waiting and call underground work. Not to forsake not be the work, but underground. And politics now all about talking to the people. Come out and let the people see you and you engage them. And interestingly, I see people understand a lot of video and how to we. Cherry Coco is moving. Not to pass in Samura Kamara there and back then to go and work. Where Samura there under, in there under, una bought the things them. And that's the work right now. And at that, we very much happy about. Yeah. Doctor, I know say una they talk with, Dr. Samura every other day. One thing where you show, where me particularly, I love that again. Sorry that you sit down before me and today I want for shower you, seriously. Because I feel like for say you deserve this particular shower right now, yeah? Before this term, a lot of women get reservation because of one reason or the other. But where you go into competition, you lose competition, you give your word. We did see that. That is a leadership. Please, you the show say you get two things that you heart. You get your party that you heart, where me not belongs to, but you get another thing where me belongs to in the country. Yeah, because you know say you want for redeem the people for something. That is why you always they make sure say you move with who that you supposed to move with when at the leadership, and then you as well they engage the people then. Please, for anybody we want for left behind, una can meet. Me no sabi usai una the meet. But please, I want for let una dey encourage other people them. Yeah. I be always they expect say names them for the always day where una they go because some of una we then see una no more elect not una win but now una win. People they get excited, people they get inspired about certain things them. So do ya ladies platform today be one say salon people they as we they talk so you get over 1,000 and some they watching at just one platform. Yeah, and then the other platform are not able to watch them. Superman, some almost 100 as well they watch you. And always with the talk, then a record. And one thing we salon people good for now, where we know they underestimate. Anything you talk, they record them for you and then share them again. Yeah, so please encourage other people then for do the same kind of thing. Yeah, where you do so because plenty and they make light work and they make work light. We almost don't come to the end of the program. We don't pass the time safe. So that would be my last submission. Dear, I dey beg on behalf of the people. Una actually need for cry for the people. Una need for get the people in the heart and not to una self. If una get the people in una heart, una dey more determined for take up within the people want. And una not for be say the people in this election are the people and SLPP. Yes, now the people in SLPP, but una get for show more commitment, not by words, but by action as well. Do ya with a big. I know say a lot of people then go to record and back say I don't become frustrated, but I know just care. As long as you get for do the interest of the people, I want for create safe. Yeah. So with the big, I beg you. Yeah. I not belongs to a party. Me not a member, no nothing, but I just want for let we get change. Do ya with the big. When I see the interest of the people. That's not the only thing we go make we please. People they don't tell we say some of who get for die because then go announce Madabio. Well, we wait for see waiting will happen.
Mhm.
So now that I they say to you for the last time, and thank you very much for always honor the call of people, not to just this platform. I see you. I watch you on a different platform them. You engage people them. Thank you very much. God bless you. Let God guide and protect you. And let God make with you with all the push for. Let we succeed. Thank you very
Amen.
much one more time.
Amen.
Amen. Superman, you mute. We're not hearing you.
Okay, then you mute.
Yes, take a pill. I want to say one thing. You know, Uncle Richard, when Michael, I think it was in Kemoh, right? Michael would have been on this. So I said, Uncle Richard, yeah. I said, sorry. I said, Uncle Richard, I called Uncle Richard. Uncle Richard said, no worry. So I called back. Uncle Richard said, okay, Idina, yeah. So you see, this is the kind of person I want to work with.
No, Fatima, one thing they were not going to talk about, like that particular thing, they just tell and thank you, because I don't hear you thing about how you do something. But I'm not going to say, like that particular direct thing, I'm not going to talk because it will pose some amount of, you know what I mean? So other waiting. Because I know exactly what they talk. I don't they get calls them, I don't they see something they happen. Thank you very much on that area there again. You don't do well. I don't hear you but your name several times. For you understand what they talk. I don't want for talk and clear. And doctor, you understand anything?
I understand.
Yes, I know one talk and clear because I know what to make I know one for talk and clear. Fatima, and I know one for yourself talk and clear.
Okay, I want.
Okay, thank you very much, Famulem. This wonderful program they come to an end. We want to tell Dr. Richard Conteh plenty thank you as always. We don't learn plenty things tonight. We appreciate them greatly, and the conversation will continue. Whatever happened, because waiting in this conversation, it help for sensitize so many people. And then people that get for make a decision, we get for benefits we country for the next 5 years. So we hope say then say go they always follow the world sensitized and know what they happen. We'll get your side again. I want to tell una the people them way, then at the chat group, then at YouTube, na Facebook, plenty, thank you. As always, I keep the conversation going. You know, we now focus for the interest of the country, Sierra Leone, and plenty, thank you to our special guest tonight, Dr. Richard Conteh of the APC party, my co-host by Bouwe Kablai from the North, and Shengbe Pierre, the freedom fighter. And we philanthropists and human rights activists, so we join with Gigi Snow, Madam Fatima Konteh. So Famulem, una good night. God bless you now, and God bless wonderful country Sierra Leone. Una tata.
Doc, thank you very much. Any final word from you?
Well, I just want to say I'm a bit humbled by all the sentiments we had expressed, but I want to just encourage we all for put Sierra Leone first. Let put we country above we self. And sometimes we go for sacrifice self for the greater good. I feel humbled and I'm always ready for serve my party and for serve my country. And I believe, say, APC mean well for this country. I believe, say, if APC come back in power, things will change positive in this country. I make a day inside this business and I trust, say, God not going to make my efforts that go in vain. I tell you now, thank you when I play on your own part for also enlightening the public. Now work together. It takes all of us working together for bring about the positive change we country so dearly need. When I say I tell you plenty thank you for all my sacrifices. Time and money now in our country. Ready give una time, una resources, una brains for all of this. Myself appreciate una keep it up. Now they keep we hope alive. Una continue, don't work together. And the sky will be the limit for we all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richard Conteh. A very good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Them, una don yeri, the Afri-Caribbean Festival don't do a back home. This time, then get the festival only package when a $72 deposit no more. Yes, $72. Yes, $72. And you will meet up for day party 6 days ladida from December 28, 2023, so January 2nd, 2024.
The experience in Africa is a completely different experience that you will never get anywhere else besides in Africa. And especially with the Africa Urban Festival, it's also uniting not only African culture, but Caribbean culture as well. So you get to be immersed in both cultures and get to see outside of your worldview, and it just offers you a new perspective. So yes, I would recommend it.
I had a wonderful experience. It was so much fun. great memories, great food, great people, nothing but vibes. And I am a carnival junkie, and I would definitely say that this was one of the top carnivals I've attended.
I would say you have to go and experience it, because us just telling you about this or you seeing pictures about it doesn't really do it justice, because it's like just being out there with the locals and just like experiencing the cuisine, just like talking to them and like seeing how they live versus how we live. You know, it's just that like somebody said, like we immersed all the culture together.
All you need for do now for go na dem website wey na www.africaribbeanfestival.com. Scroll down and select the cotton tree package wey na the festival only package. Scroll down and see all wetin dey per this package, then pick between 3 and 8 months. If you pick the 8-month plan, click add to cart, then you go see say na just $72 deposit no more you need for put down. After that, click proceed to check. When na there you go put all your information and agree to all the terms and conditions. Then select your payment type. Nine also. You just sit down now and wait for the festival Ladida this December. Back up, we move. Una don hear